welcome to Triumphant Kids Corner. You ready for Sunday school? Don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button down below. Let's get ready for story time!
Before we go into story time, here are your lessons. For my 2 to 5-year-olds, this is your activity sheet, and your story title is Gideon Obeyed God. For my 1st to 3rd graders, this is your activity sheet, and you have the same story title. For my 4th to 6th graders, you have the same title as well, and this is what your activity sheet looks like. All right, guys, enjoy.
A group of people called Midianites caused trouble for the Israelite people. The Midianites would steal their crops. The Israelites prayed to God and asked him for help. One day, Gideon was working with the wheat. An angel appeared and said to Gideon, "God is with you. God has chosen you to save your people from the Midianites." Gideon said he was not strong or powerful, but the angel told Gideon that God would be with him. Gideon asked for a sign from God. God gave Gideon a sign that let Gideon know he was talking with God. Gideon thanked God. God told Gideon what to do to choose men for his army. After obeying God, Gideon had 300 men. He gave each man a trumpet and a torch covered by a clay pitcher. Gideon and his men surrounded the camp of the Midianites. It was very late at night and very dark. Gideon and his men blew their trumpets and smashed their pitchers. They shouted. The Midianites in the camp were confused. They fought with one another and ran away. Gideon and his men followed them and defeated them.
Gideon obeyed God. For 7 years, the Midianites ruled over God's people, the Israelites. The Midianites attacked the Israelites and destroyed their crops. The Israelites hid in the mountains. One day, Gideon was threshing wheat in his hiding place when an angel of God visited him. "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior," the angel said. "You will save your people from the Midianites." Gideon answered, "How can I save Israel? My family is poor. I am the youngest in my family." "I will be with you," God promised. "You will strike down the Midianites as if they were only one man." Gideon gathered 32,000 men. But God said, "You have too many soldiers. Tell those who are afraid to go home." Many men left, and only 10,000 stayed to fight. God said, "There are still too many men. Take them down to the water and watch how they drink. Place in one group the men who scoop up the water with their hands and lap it with their tongues like dogs. Place those who kneel to drink straight from the water in another group." Gideon obeyed God. Only 300 men drank with their hands to their mouth. God told Gideon, "I will help you defeat the Midianites with those 300 men. Send the rest home." God helped Gideon know what to do. God told Gideon to give every man a trumpet and an empty pitcher with a torch inside. Gideon directed the men to surround the enemy camp. When Gideon blew the trumpet, the men broke the pitchers, blew their trumpet, and shouted, "For the Lord and for Gideon." The Midianites were terrified. God confused them, and they began to fight one another and run away. The battle was won.
Welcome back from story time, and I hope you guys enjoyed your stories. Today we talked about Gideon obeying God, and it was a fun story. That's one of my favorite Bible stories, to see the strategy, the details, or to see the instructions that Gideon had to follow in order to get victory over the Midianites. And wow, That's amazing. So, guys, we are going to do one of the things that was discussed in the stories. They had to be armed with ram's horn and a torch. So today we are making torches. Now, in the description box, I'm going to show you different ways of making torches, or I'll add the links of the different ways you can use make torches. You can use like tissue paper and other things, but today this is something probably more geared for my 2 to 5 year olds. Maybe even my first graders could have more fun with it. But we are going to make our torches differently today. Not differently, but something geared for our 2 to 5 year olds. So you're gonna need brown construction paper, and and white construction paper is cut in half already. You're gonna see some cut up pieces. We're also going to need red. This is the yellow that I had, so it's more like a neon yellow, and orange. You're gonna need those. Of course, glue. We're gonna use our white Elmer's glue and scissors. So the first thing that we are going to do, this is what the final product, not the final product, but this is the starting base of our torch, okay? So I'm just gonna run through on how to make this part. So we're gonna fold our brown construction paper in half the long way. And I want the open side, the side that is open, to my right. Oh, I forgot a pen. Thank you, Zoe. So we're gonna trace out the torch. So we're gonna do the half. Now with my first torch, I made it a little skinny. So I'm gonna try to do it. Let me show you what I mean. I made this part too skinny and I made this part too thick. So I'm gonna adjust that and probably will turn out better than that one. Let's just try. So you do a little curve going down. I don't want to make that too skinny. And then you do a straight line. You don't have to use a ruler. If you want to use a ruler, you can. But you can freestyle it. Now we're just going to cut along the line. And as always, it doesn't have to be perfection. Hopefully, and this is the remnants of our paper. Let's see how this looks. Okay, this is much better. I wanted the thickness and I wanted this to be more skinny, so I'm excited. All right, now you're gonna add your white construction paper or your white computer paper on the top half of your torch. So it will look like so. This is the back side. And all we're gonna do is glue the side down. So I'm going to put glue on the torch first, and I'm just going to do along the rim and go down to the middle. I'm not going to go all the way down to the end. I don't think I need to do that. Okay, let's add our paper. You may have to, and kids can pat this down. Whatever you think that they can manage or handle, let them do it, even though I don't say it. So if they can cut, let them cut. If they can glue, let them glue by themselves. You know what they can handle. So now, as you can see, the white is hanging over my torch. So I'm just gonna clean that up a bit. Just gonna cut along the torch and cut off the white. Now we have most of our torch made. So now the next step will be to add our fire. So you can use the 3 colors that I showed you, construction papers, or if you have tissue paper, just to give it more of a 3D effect. That's fine as well. You can just rip up the tissue paper if you use red, orange, and yellow tissue paper, and just put down the glue on the white part and just have them put it on, it would actually be a really nice way of popping it out. Or if you want to focus and go the route that I'm going with shapes. So I already have some pre-cut shapes, and you can use that. What you could do, have your child draw their own shape on the construction paper and have them cut it out, and they would paste it on. So like I said, you know what your child can do, what they can manage. If this is a first to sixth grader that is doing this craft, they can definitely rev it up or vamp it up to something more 3D, more complicated for them, or not complicated, but more for their entertainment. Okay, so now I think I'm going to put the glue on the pieces and not the white. And they can fill right here. Right now I have my red are the rectangles. My orange is the leaf, or you want to call it an oval. I'm just putting that on, and I have yellow triangles. If I need more, I will fill it out. I would cut some more to fill up my torch. All right, so this looks a little funny, but this is our torch, and our flames are different shapes and different shades, or different colors actually, not even a shade. So this is one way you can make your torch. Like I said before, tissue paper will probably bring out a more 3D effect, and that would really look like fire. I think that would be cool. So if you guys do that one, please post a pic on our Facebook page or our Instagram. Let us know how it turns out. And like I said earlier, I'm going to send more links of how to make different kinds of torches, not just like with tissue paper, but a whole another way of making torches. And this you can hang around the house and let them have fun with their torches to represent or to remind them of the story of Gideon obeying God. All right, and that is it for our crafts, and that's it for today. You guys will have fun doing this craft, and I hope you guys again enjoyed your story. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at the Triumphant Church of God, and follow us here on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, and make sure you click the notification bell so you are notified every time we upload a video. Follow us on Instagram at triumphant.youth, and I think that is it, guys. See you next week, and have a blessed week. Bye.